All right. We are live. Live and direct. For the Silverstone Grand Prix. All right. We are live. I can hear myself. Live and direct. Oh, there we go. I could hear myself, and I certainly don't want that. Yeah, hello. Welcome, everyone, to a mildly sunny Silverstone with maybe a hint of showers. We'll see. Good afternoon. Looking forward to the British Grand Prix. Looking forward to it. How are you, lol man? Shock. I hope you're both well. I think it could be a pretty interesting race, potentially. Although sometimes we say that and it's not, don't we? So, you know, we'll see how it pans out. But you got two McLarens up there. You've got, you know, Norris and Piastri second and third. Two Ferraris, two Mercedes. It could be a decent race. We'll just have to see. I think it's safe to say that Max Verstappen is going to pull away and win the race, though. And there is a very good chance of that. I think it's fair to say. Blue shell, yeah. We do need a bit of a blue shell. Monkey Face, how you doing? If you're here and watching the stream, why not hit that like button? Because it really does help. Give it a little dosh. Give it a little bash. And I appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, we've got potentially a mixed up start to this grid. Piastri in third as well. What a lap from Piastri. Norris's was great, but I already rate Norris pretty highly, so it's not that his lap wasn't a surprise. It was a great lap, but Piastri's lap was really impressive as well. Got to remember that Piastri's a rookie. Or why not the dislike? Well, listen, all engagement's good engagement, but I'd prefer not the dislike, you know? You slept for 2 hours. Well, yeah, that's not good. Anyway, current Calf, hope you're both well. He did have slightly less upgrades, yeah, because he has the upgrades that Lando had in Austria, but he doesn't have the new front wing that McLaren are running. Yeah. All in all, Mercedes are the ones probably kicking themselves. They've just been outmatched by their customer team 2 races in a row. And, yeah, a team that started with a far, far worse car than Mercedes and Aston Martin at the beginning of the season. Like, honestly, the McLaren car was an absolute stinker. And now they're ahead of the Mercedes, it feels like, in terms of raw pace. So, obviously, race pace is different, though. Qualifying pace, they're ahead of Mercedes at the minute. But will that carry across onto race pace? Mercedes had one of the best race pace runs on Friday, so we'll see. Yeah, it did look quite cloudy. It also could massively change the starting tyre if they think that rain is going to come, so it could be interesting. Yeah. So it looks like it will be a dry start, but with the possibility of rain later on. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I haven't seen the starting tyres yet for the cars. Oh, here they are. Everyone's on medium. Oh, George Russell starting on the softs. So, Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, Sainz, all on medium. Then Russell is on the soft tyres. Then Hamilton, Albon, Alonso and Gasly are on mediums. Hulkenberg on hards. Zhou Guan Yu, De Vries, and Ocon have decided to start on softs as well. That's interesting from Russell to choose to start on the softs. He's the only man in the top 10, 11, 12 to start on the soft tyre. That could either be a blinder or a terrible mistake. I don't know. Interesting, though. It's brave. I applaud it. Uh-oh. They should be using the same video feed, Shock, yeah. Now, the thing is, they're all going to start on dry tyres. Even if there's a little bit of rain at Cops, they're going to have to start it on the dry tyres. No one would be a lunatic enough to start on Inters anticipating rain. Be ludicrous. Yeah, it should be the same feed. I mean, it should be. I don't know. I don't know if they play the same replays and stuff, so maybe it's not quite the same feed. I honestly don't know. God, even Norris's helmet is chrome, isn't it? Or chrome effect. It looks mad. But yesterday in qualifying, I swear Shock said that they weren't showing a replay that they were showing to us. So, I don't know. So, yeah, Russell started on softs. Oh, we will see. I'm expecting a good start from George Russell then on the soft tyres. The thing is, we can sit here and have hope that Norris can challenge Max in the early part of the race. But if Max has been consistent with one thing this year, and he's been consistent with a lot of things across the board, one of those, including his starts have been excellent. His starts have been excellent for Verstappen, so he'll get away from the line and pull away, I think. Well, Tommy was there yesterday, Kath, buying a jacket. So he was there yesterday. So he must have had a weekend ticket, no? Yeah, you could be right, Shock. That's one of the general admission points there. And yeah, the view isn't great. And I mean, you've got everyone stood in front of you. It's... So it's raining in Brackley. Tilbo said it was raining in Cops. Interesting. God, look at the size of that grandstand. Heading into the final chicane. What is it? Club. Oh, no, Kath. No. 350 quid is general admission. For instance, if you wanted a ticket for Abbey, which is on the pit straight, basically, it's the first corner, it was £800 for a ticket for the race plus grandstand. That is also not including camping, which is another £120. And that's one of the cheaper tickets. I am watching via satellite TV, but I will tell you when the lights start going on so you can pause it or do what you want. Yeah, it looks like rain is going to affect this race at some point, doesn't it? Zach Brown looking nervous. Right. Almost. I'm going to tell you when. Lights now. Ooh. Do you know what? It wasn't a good start for Max Verstappen. I've just said how much of a good start he's been getting. Norris! Oh, Lewis is off. Lewis is off. He's lost a couple of positions. Oh, nightmare start for Lewis. Nightmare start for Lewis. He's behind one of the Astons now. He's behind Alonso. That's going to be a nightmare for him. Oh, Piastri! Piastri's... Oh, God. Cops. I thought Piastri was going to send it into cops. Oi, oi, oi. George Russell jumped one of the Ferraris, so he's in between one of the both Ferraris now. Hamilton is behind Gasly and Alonso, though, after his start. Absolute nightmare for him. But Norris is leading the race. Oof. Go on, Lando. Bloody hell. I tell you what. I tell you what. When is the rain gonna come? Hamilton's all over the back of Fernando Alonso now. I have to see the replay, see what happened with Hamilton. He went off. I don't know if he just outbraked himself or... Norris is actually slightly out of DRS range, by the way. Wow. Well. I wasn't expecting Norris to be able to pull out of DRS. Oh, he's kind of ebbing and flowing, but still. We've got a race on our hands here. We've got a race on our hands. Yeah, Verstappen's going to have DRS now, you know. He is actually going to have DRS. Oh, yeah, Perez. Perez hasn't even made up a position. Just watching the restart. He didn't have a good start, Verstappen, at all. Hamilton had a good start. And then going into turn 3... Oh, he just braked. He just outbraked himself into turn 3. That's all it was. Going around the outside of a Ferrari. Max bogged down. Yeah, he did. Great start from Lando. But you have to say that Max had a bad start, didn't he? Rather than Lando having, like, a crazy one. I'm not sure what that's meant to mean, Igor. But Max is right on the back of Norris now with DRS, so I think he's going to get through. Yeah. So Max is going to have DRS, but he's quite far back going down. Yeah, he's not going to go past here. Oh, Wellington straight. He was a little bit wider. I thought Russell might have moved ahead of one of the, further ahead of the Ferraris being on the soft tyres, but he hasn't as of yet. I think Max is going to get past here, you know? But even so, this is great. This is great. He didn't get past him. He didn't get past him. This is great. Seeing McLaren at the front again. Oh, thank you, Joe. Seeing McLaren genuinely at the front of a race is excellent. Well, Lando has a car that's certainly a lot faster now. Those upgrades. Oh, Max is close now down the Wellington straight. He's going to send it. Yeah. Max is through. Oh, I tell you what, though. Norris is going to get DRS down the hangar straight, for sure. Igor, just watch the race, mate. What are you talking about? Just chill. Watch the race. George is right on the back of Charles Leclerc now as well. Well, both of the McLarens are being pulled along with DRS, though. There you go. Oh, God. Russell and Carlos Sainz were close, then. Oh, Sainz! You can't be doing that, mate. No, that was Leclerc, sorry, not Sainz. Leclerc was moving then under braking. He was moving under braking a lot. He did it twice then. Yeah, Charles can't do that, man. He moved very, very late under braking twice. You can't be doing that. Hamilton and Alonso having a little squabble. Hamilton needs to get past Alonso. We didn't actually see the move of him getting past Gasly, but he obviously did because he did drop down to 9th. Yeah, Checo is only up to 14th. Is Lewis going to send it? No. Hamilton hasn't quite got enough speed to get past Fernando. Lewis is really close on Fernando now, though. You would assume he'd be passed down the bottom of the Wellington Straight. Yeah, he is. So Russell still hasn't got past Charles Leclerc just yet. That was important for Hamilton because he lost those 2 positions at the start and he really didn't want to fall too far behind those guys ahead of him. Oh, Perez has got to get past a Haas car because they locked their brakes. Go on, Checo. I tell you what, Perez flying through the field. I'm sorry, Sergio. I didn't mean to mock you. It was nice between Alonso and Lewis. Alonso doing everything he could to hold him up. He was doing really well. Oh, Perez actually and Hulkenberg did make contact. Yeah, Hulkenberg's lost an end fence, an end plate. Not great. Not great. Oh, he's pitted straight away. Oh, no. Great job, Sergio. So, the soft tyre did kind of work for George Russell, didn't it? Because he got past one Ferrari, but... you've still got Norris in the DRS of Max. I actually think Norris would be... Oh, he's actually dropped out now, just as I say that. I would have thought Norris would have been happy to stay within the DRS. If you'd have asked him before the end of the race, if he'd have been in second place within DRS of Max after 8 laps, you'd have taken it. For sure. So, I think he'll be happy to have Max, you know, in sight, I think. I think Alonso's struggling a little bit now because Ocon's all over him. Russell's still struggling to get past Charles Leclerc. Those Ferraris are quick. They're really quick. Wind gusts up to 35 kilometers an hour. Oof. Oof. Well, Hulk pitted, changed tyres, and his front wing. Lando's lost DRS, but the gap hasn't really changed. It's still roughly just over a second. So, you know, Norris has got good race pace here, and so does Oscar Piastri. The other thing is you don't want to pit too soon, and this could ruin George Russell. He's on those soft tyres. If they go off too soon, you don't want to pit too soon if rain is possible. Because then you might end up pitting because you have to, and then it rains, and you're well out of position then when everyone else pits. So I think that's why the soft tyres are maybe a bit of a risk if rain comes. But they would have seen the forecast, so... Well, Norris is back within DRS now. These guys are quick, you know. These McLarens are quick. Perez is in 13th at the minute. Those McLarens are pulling away from Charles Leclerc. Ocon's pitting. Wow. Ocon did start on the soft tyres though, didn't he? Yeah. I go, why do you feel the need just to say antagonistic comments? Just enjoy the race, buddy. Oh, Ocon's retiring. Ocon's out. Retiring. Lewis isn't really gaining on Carlos Sainz at the minute, though. It's pretty stationary times at the minute. He's pulled a little bit out from Alonso, but he's not really gaining on Sainz. Ooh, lightish rain. There we go. Track map was annoying me. Wasn't quite right. Well, you know, he hasn't pulled out a crazy gap. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of the McLarens at the minute. So, yeah, he's winning, but he's not, you know, miles ahead, which is good. So, Mercedes don't think the rain is going to hit the circuit. It is weird because Aston Martin have kind of gone backwards in Austria and Silverstone, haven't they? They've been struggling a lot more. You know, McLaren have obviously improved, Ferrari have improved, but Aston Martin seem to be really struggling now. And so from a positive start to the season, they've gone a little bit backwards, and now they're, you'd argue Ferrari and McLaren are the next best teams now. Lewis is dropping further back from Carlos Sainz rather than catching him. Are you sure it's not sweat, George? George saying there's drops on his visor, but as we know, sometimes it's just sweat. Perez is taking his time to get through these cars, isn't he? We're 12 laps into the race, and he's made up 3 positions. And one of those was a retirement. That can't be right, can it? He's in 12th now. He started 15th, and Ocon retired ahead of him. No. That can't be right. That can't be. And Perez is up to 11th now. Hamilton just did a 33.9. Cars ahead doing 33.3, 33.3, 33.6. So not great. Max the only one in the 32s. So Hamilton looks like he's struggling for pace at the minute. I mean, I can't imagine he's just taking it easy. I think he's just struggling for pace. I wouldn't have thought you'd want to drop that far back. Oh, here comes the storm. There was meant to be a storm this afternoon. I went out to play golf this morning and it was bloody lovely. Absolutely bloody lovely day. But there was due to be some lightning and a storm, and it's a starting. Well, he could be tyre saving. Absolutely, he could be. So Max is saying that the wind's making it difficult to drive. We don't really get to see it very much, but obviously in the car, they feel it. And the wind, it's very strong winds in Silverstone today. And obviously these cars are very affected by wind. So, Karun Chandik's saying there that Mercedes have been saying to Lewis to push a little bit now because their soft tyre with George Russell is actually holding up pretty well. So they could potentially go medium, soft, soft, or... Well, I mean, I doubt you're going to go medium and then one run on soft, are you? But you could potentially go medium, soft, soft, I suppose. So whether Lewis actually pushes forward a little bit now. Oh. Sorry, I'm just listening to the thunder outside and giving you some sort of commentary on something that you can't even see. Don't mind me. I want to see a replay of early on when George was trying to get past Charles Leclerc, when Charles Leclerc was moving under braking. I want to see that replay. Because I haven't actually seen it yet. Pep Guardiola. So Hamilton last time did a 33.3, which was quicker than everyone ahead, bar from Max. So I think he has had the hurry on, and he's certainly put in a few... he's put in a quicker lap that time around. Hadz Weather Channel. No. Hadz Golf Channel, though. Oh, baby. Trust me, there will be some videos going on the Golf Channel. Probably the first one next week. There might be 2 next week, and then 1 the week after. Or 2 next week and 2 the week after golf videos. The first video, I think, will just be an intro. An intro to the channel. Then I'll post my first round from a little council cheap boy course that didn't go particularly well. And then I'll probably post another one from the course I went to today. And the guys want to go back there at some point this week, so we might go back and see if I can improve. Beautiful course. Really, really nice. Expect swearing. No, there hasn't been much swearing. I try and reduce my swearing. Right. Lando has had 2 off-track warnings. Okay. So Lewis definitely was tyre saving, by the way. Because last time around he did a 33.1, half a second quicker than Sainz. Russell did a 33.2 though. So Lewis was saving tyres because now he's been told to push. He had more in the bag. Russell's still struggling to get past Charles Leclerc though. I think Mercedes could maybe leapfrog Ferrari, but I don't think they'd be able to leapfrog McLaren based on McLaren's current pace. Because McLaren have got good pace. Norris and Piastri did 33.2s last lap around. Verstappen's a few tenths quicker than that, but... Yeah, McLaren, I think, are quicker than the Ferraris and the Mercedes. I think providing it only spits, I think there won't be too much of an issue. Charles Leclerc is waiting for George to make a move, and then he's moving to defend. Yeah, it's not cricket, Michael. Perez is up to 10th place. Is it warm there currently, Tilbo? Because it was really warm here this morning. Is it cold or is it quite warm? Because if it's warm, then, you know, even if it's spitting a little bit, it'll dry very, very quickly. To be fair, Perez isn't that far behind, you know, sort of Hamilton and these Ferraris, really. He's only like 6 seconds away. Yeah. No, calf. The Golf Channel has already been named. It's already been set up. It's called Positive Spin. And the whole gist of the channel is to, you know, the struggle of a very amateur golfer trying to put a positive spin on it. It's already set up. It's ready to go. It's done. I've linked it in Discord. I've got the name. I've made a little logo. They're advertising Las Vegas at the Silverstone Grand Prix. I don't know if you've noticed, but around the track and on some of the billboards, they're advertising the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Or are they just advertising Las Vegas in general? I don't know. Sainz got the hurry up then because Lewis did a 33.1 last lap, but Sainz did a 33 flat. And Russell and Leclerc both did 33.1s as well. But Piastri did a 32.7, Verstappen a 32.6, and Norris a 32.9. So they're all in the. All three of those cars are in the 32s. Yeah, obviously you didn't subscribe to it, Calf, or you'd have known. I mean, that's unbelievable, Jeff. Oh, it's thundering. Yeah. Carlos wanted to know. He's told they're doing Plan B, and he's just like, sorry, what was Plan B? George Russell has done 20 laps on that soft tyre. Actually, that's a lie. He's done 18, but the tyres had already done 2 laps. So they've done 20 in total. Charles Leclerc is going to box off the mediums before Russell boxes off the softs. Now, that is interesting. So what tyres is Charles Leclerc going to put on? Is that the hard, or is he going to go softs? I think he's putting on the hards. Hard tyres, yeah. He's putting on hards. Oh, there's significant rain here, though. Let me tell you. Jeez. The heavens have well and truly opened. So what, How did Max see that that Leclerc pitted from where he is. How did he even see that? You must have seen him on the TV. He's seen it on a big screen. That's mad, isn't it? Yeah, he's just seen on the screen, obviously, that a Ferrari's coming into the pits. Which is mad. Just another Sunday drive. I mean, he was under pressure to begin with, but yeah, he's got the pace in hand over everyone if he needs it, clearly. Like, he's only winning by 4 seconds, but I feel like he could put the lap times in if he needed to. He's just done a 32.3. Oof. Yeah, asking Lando how long he can maintain this pace for, and he's like, well, I don't know. You know, it feels fine now, but I mean, it looks really sunny at Silverstone at the minute. It looks pretty sunny. And to think, Toto Wolff said that Mercedes were bringing a big upgrade to Silverstone. And when he was asked what race they think they could possibly win this season, he said Silverstone. And apparently, Mercedes' biggest deficit at the minute is from Beckett's, Stowe. High speed. That's where they're losing most of their lap time, apparently. And their car was good in the high speed. That was one of their strengths. Yeah. Yeah, hydraulic leak for Ocon. He didn't have a big accident or anything. He just had to retire, sadly. Yeah. Hamilton's catching Carlos Sainz now. Or maybe Sainz is just struggling a bit more. Hard to say. So yeah, Russell just did a 32.8, but Piastri did a 32.7 and Norris did a 32.6. And Verstappen did a 32.4. So yes. Those McLarens are running at a really good pace. Really good pace. They are holding on really well. That's what they told George. Or told Lewis. They told Lewis that those softs are holding on quite well, so to push his mediums a bit more. I mean, Charles Leclerc is doing he did a 32.8, but he's on the hard tyre. And George Russell did a 32.8 on mega used softs. So, I mean, that's interesting, isn't it? Leclerc's doing the same sort of times on a brand new set of hards as George Russell's doing on a set of very, very used softs. Well, I think honestly, if you can do those lap times on that used soft tire, what's the point in putting the hard tire on? Last lap around, Leclerc did a 33 flat, and he's not in traffic. Russell did a 32.5, half a second quicker, and his tires are 22 laps old. So Hamilton's got to 1.1-ish seconds, but he's struggling to actually get within DRS. Yeah, I'm not sure if that pit stop was the best thing. I don't know. Hamilton's losing out in the middle sector to Carlos. Yeah. Well, George Russell's done half of the race now on a set of soft tyres. So surely everyone else could just go soft. Surely. And George Russell could just go mediums now. Potentially. So, thank you for joining me, though, guys. I appreciate it. If you're here, hit that like button. Why not? Or dislike, but I mean, I'd rather you didn't. You know? An advert? Was that? Cheeky little advert. A 5-second mid-roll. Oh, mate, have some of that. Have some of that down you. So what was Charles Leclerc's lap time last time around now? 32.5. They want to know how many laps Lando can do, but he's just saying to them, listen, I'll just keep going. Yeah, this strategy for Charles Leclerc doesn't seem to have been the one, does it? It doesn't seem to have been the one, this Charles Leclerc strategy. In fact, I think he's been a little bit ruined by it. I don't think this hard strategy was the one. Well, I mean, we'll see how it all plays out, of course, but it doesn't feel like it was the one currently. Charles Leclerc getting past Lance Stroll, but Lance obviously hasn't pitted, so. Look at that. Carlos Sainz 33-1. Hamilton 33 flat. Alonso 33 flat. Gasly 33 flat. They're all just doing such similar lap times. Well, it shouldn't run an ad unless... I don't think I set it up to run ads. I'll have a look at it after. I don't think it would normally... Oh, they're going to box Carlos Sainz. I wonder how long these Mercedes are going to stay out for then. Resize the driver tracker. Why? It literally fits into the box. Why would I need to resize it? Putting Hadz on Carlos. I don't know why they're putting Hadz on when they've seen Charles Leclerc. What? Just put softs on. Softs will go to the end of the race from here. I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense, does it? You betting? What do you mean? I feel like knowing that George Russell's just done 27 laps on the soft tyre, okay, and Charles Leclerc hasn't been setting the world on fire on the hards, there's now, what, 20, 25, another 25-ish laps to go? Why not just put the softs on? I feel like that's such a terrible decision. Sports betting. I don't do any betting. No. I'm not a betting man. I'm never good at betting. So McLaren is saying that to Lando that, yeah, the hards don't look great, but it's our best option. Is it? Maybe, to be fair, some of these guys might not have a soft tyre to use. We need to bear that in mind. They might not have a set of soft tyre that's good enough to use. So we have to bear that in mind. I did have the tyres available for the drivers, but I don't know where it's gone. See if I can find it somewhere. I can't remember if they had a fresh set of softs. They might not have. Tires and strategies. So Verstappen has 4 used softs, but no new. Perez has 3 new sets of soft, obviously, because he went out in Q1. Hamilton and Russell and Sainz don't have new softs, but we saw that Russell's on a used set of softs to start the race. Ocon's got a new set. So I think they had the exact same available as Mercedes, just chose not to do it. So, yeah. Hard to say. George Russell finally boxing. Medium's going on for George. Wasn't the cleanest stop ever. It was a 4-second stop time. Leclerc's gonna get ahead of Russell on that. Yeah. Oof, Russell only just got ahead of Stroll. Yeah, it wasn't a great... If that was a normal stop, I think they would be ahead because he's 1.8 seconds behind Charles Leclerc and it was a 3.9 second stop. Oh, he'd have been ahead of Charles Leclerc with a better pit stop, I think. Not ideal. Not ideal. Well, I presume that Perez will go on to the soft tyre, yeah. They're putting hards on Norris, by the way. They've obviously decided that the hards are the best for them. We've got 22 laps to go. I feel like surely the softs now. Surely. You've ran 30... I don't understand it. I don't understand why they do it. Because you've got... Perez pitted right behind George Russell, didn't he? You've done 30 laps of a 52-lap race on a medium tyre. Then you're only going to do 20 on a hard tyre. Did McLaren really not have a set of softs they could put on? Because it's really the wrong way round, isn't it? Because you've got... you've done the majority of the race on a medium tyre, and then you're going to do the last bit on a hard tyre. 31.9 from Carlos Sainz, though. He is flying. Sainz going to squeeze past. There we go. Was that Piastri that stopped? Or was that Norris? No, that was Piastri that stopped. Sorry, I said Norris, but it was Piastri that stopped for the hard tyres. But I think they're going to put the hards on Norris as well, though. Well, yeah, that's the only solution I can think of, Tilbo, is that they don't have any, like, tyres that are in good enough condition, basically. They don't have any tyres that are in a good enough condition. Otherwise, you would assume they'd have to go softs, right? Russell is now right behind Charles Leclerc, and he's on mediums. Leclerc's on hards, on 11 lap-old hards as well. Hmm. $31.5 from Russell on those fresh mediums. You have to assume that Lewis will put softs on, right? Oh, Russell is right up behind Charles Leclerc now. Down the Wellington straight. And oh! Around the outside! Oh, he's mugged him. He's absolutely mugged him. Charles tried to block him as well. He tried to block him. Oh, it was lovely from Georgie boy. Oh, Charles Leclerc ain't going to be happy. Great race so far for Oscar Piastri. Great race so far. Hamilton did a 32.2 last lap. Verstappen a 32.3. Norris 32.8. But the guys on fresh tyres are doing 31s. Like Russell did a 31.5. I don't know why they're waiting so long to pit them if they're going to put hard tyres on. Because if they're telling Norris that hard tyres is the best strategy, then why are they waiting? There's only 20 laps to go. Because the commentators are right. At this pace, because Piastri stopped earlier, he will actually be ahead of Norris now. I don't know. Oh, that's a Haas. Engine gone. That's Magnussen. Engine gone. Oh, safety car. That's going to be a safety car. It's got to be. That's got to be a safety car. That changes things. That has to be a safety car. Virtual safety car. Oh. Hamilton wasn't able to pit. Albon was able to pit, but Hamilton wasn't because he went past. So they'll box Norris and Hamilton and obviously Verstappen. I think they'll be okay because that should take a while to clear. Oh, Perez is ahead of Charles Leclerc now. Oh dear, they've taken Ferrari. They've now taken him off the hards and put him on mediums. Oh God. I think that release should be okay because the other car in the fast lane didn't have to brake. I don't know why they haven't put him on softs. Maybe they just don't have a set. Well. Full safety car. Soft tyre for Verstappen. They're putting on hards on... They've put hards on Norris. Softs for Lewis. This has ruined a lot of people. Piastri, Russell. Russell's been ruined by this. Piastri's been ruined by it. Piastri's been ruined. Russell has been ruined. Sainz and Leclerc have certainly been ruined. A few cars here have been ruined by that full safety car. Oh dear. Oh, they're leaving Sainz out. He'll drop, though, if he pits now. They've left it too late. They just don't have the softs. But how can they not have the softs? Mercedes had the same amount of used softs, but they've obviously put on a used set. Ferrari had a set that just were too used, I guess. It was the same for McLaren. McLaren had to put hards on. Yeah. Oh my God. Charles Leclerc will be spitting. He'll be so angry. He'll be so angry. Oh, so they're saying that they wanted fresh tyres on the McLaren. That's why they put hards on. So they decided they would rather put a fresh set of hards on than a used set of softs. But we've just seen the softs do 30 laps with full fuel. Knowing it's a safety car and there'll be like 15 laps left, why wouldn't you put even a used set of softs on? I feel like that's a mistake. We'll see. We'll see. But the softs should hold up because we saw... Russell running on the soft tyres for 30 laps, so they should hold up. I don't know, man. It feels like a mistake to me. But so Hamilton's tyres have now done 4 laps, softs. Same as Alonso, same as Verstappen. Russell, I don't think Russell was very happy when he found out Lewis had actually boxed ahead of him. I don't blame him, man. He got screwed by that. He got screwed. Speaking of screwed, Charles Leclerc has entered the chat. Spicy, spicy, spicy. That's fair, Shuck. That's fair. I mean, yeah, Charles Leclerc, right, is on fresh mediums in 10th. Ahead of him is Perez and Albon on softs, and Gasly and Stroll are behind him on softs. Oh, I tell you what, Charles might struggle on this restart. Sainz is also on hards, with Perez and Albon behind him on soft, and Alonso ahead of him on soft. So I think both of these Ferraris might struggle now for the last 16 laps. Well, probably 15, 14 by the time we get started again, but... and George had just got past Charles Leclerc. The Buffalo Girls go round the outside. What the hell is that? I don't even know that reference. I don't even know that reference. Yeah, I mean, listen, Norris and Piastri have been really, really quick, so we'll see. Well, let's just see what happens. Logic says at the minute, on paper, you would have hoped that McLaren put soft tyres on. However, it might work out fine for them, so let's give it a chance and just see. But I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. They boxed Charles Leclerc again when the safety car came out to get rid of those hard tyres. And they still didn't put softs on. They put mediums. So that has to be because they don't have any soft. It has to be for Ferrari. There's no logical reason you would put mediums on there and not softs unless you just don't have the tyres. Oh yeah, Norris doesn't sound happy, does he? I think if they do lose positions, and it's a big if for McLaren, but if they do lose positions, you have to question why they put the hard on. But again, we just need to see, don't we? We just need to see. Hmm. It's taken a long time to clear this car, isn't it? I mean, I think the car was off the side of the road, but there wasn't an escape road to put it down. So it's taken a little bit longer than normal, and obviously they had to put the flames out as well. So it's quite a few laps behind the safety car. We're going to have, what, 14, 13-ish now racing laps? Probably 14, I think, depending on when the safety car comes in. So there's surely the safety car coming in now, no? Are they going to do one more lap behind the safety car? Because, yeah. One more lap. Yeah. Status 4 until the end, whatever that means. Can't be power mode because they have to run the same power mode in the race now as they do in qualifying. That's an off track for the safety car. Well off the track, mate. So safety car will come in at the end of this lap, which will mean we'll start on lap 39, which means we will have 13 laps. Right? It might be a battery-related power engine mode setting, though, right? I don't know. You have to run the same engine mode now, though. Or maybe you don't have... Maybe it means you have to run the same engine mode in qualifying. Obviously, Mercedes party mode from years gone by. God, I didn't even recognize that as Florence Pugh. She looked so different with her short hair. Joe suggested we watch that film with Florence Pugh. What's it called? Something Darling. It's the one directed by Olivia Wilde with Harry Styles. Safety car in this lap. Are you ready? Are you ready? Right. Let's see what happens here. Oh god, the pack is really bunched up now. Yeah, Max went really early. Which I think was smart. Perez is also all over the back of Carlos Sainz. He might need a couple of laps to warm up those hard tyres. Oof. Oh, Norris was smart there to block him off. This is letting Max get away. Well played from Norris, that. It's really well done from Norris. Just fair enough, I think. There could be a couple of laps before DRS as well. Norris defended that really well. Really, really well. He wasn't going to let Hamilton go around the outside of him. It was good. 30.3 for Verstappen. Oh! Oh! Norris is just ahead. Just ahead. Woo! That was close, wasn't it? Oof. I tell you what, Norris is doing really well on those hard tyres, isn't he? Well, both the McLarens are, to be fair. So, Hamilton and Piastri and Russell are all going to have DRS. God, it's such a car park behind. Train of cars. Where did Perez get up to? 8th. Charles Leclerc's still in 10th on those mediums. Sainz is holding. He's holding for now. Did he go off at Stowe, Lance Stroll? Oh, yeah, he went off. Kept the position. He went off track and kept the position. He's going to have to give that back. Hamilton's got DRS now, but he's still quite a way behind. Ten laps to go. Perez is on the softs as well, and Sainz is on hard tyres. Yeah. You'd argue Perez got a little bit lucky during the safety car, wouldn't you? Verstappen not in love with the soft tyre. Norris pulled out 0.3 of a second through Maggotts and Beckett's. Hamilton was right behind him, and then into Maggotts and Beckett's. The McLaren is just much quicker through the high speed. It's mad, isn't it? The McLaren is so fast through those high-speed tyres compared to the Mercedes. When Toto said that the Mercedes were losing time all through the fast corners, I'm not sure I fully believed it, but you can literally see it. You can see it. What? Lance Stroll got past Gasly off the track and there's no further action. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's downforce, yeah, because the commentators were saying it, and it's true. McLaren, with their upgrade, have actually brought a car that's far more efficient, so they can run a little bit more downforce and still not be slow on the straights. So because of that, Lando is really quick through Maggott and Beckett's because he's got more downforce, but he's not, painfully slow on the straights. The Mercedes car just doesn't generate enough downforce from its floor, like the Red Bull, for instance. So they have to run, Oh, Perez! Yeah, Perez has forced his way through there. Oh my god! Albon's gonna mug him! Oh, Sainz! Carlos! Charles Leclerc's gonna mug him! Sainz just lost 3 positions in 2 corners. Oh, no. Albon was so opportunistic there. I love that. Gasly's just mugged Stroll. Gasly's going to do Sainz here. Oh my god. Bloody hell. Hamilton's dropped out of DRS of Norris. I think Norris has got it, even on the hard tyres. Honestly. God, how have they made such a jump with that McLaren? It's gone from being one of the worst cars to one of the best in a matter of 2 races. Like, those upgrades, it's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad how much of an improvement they've made. They said that they had updates coming and that car that started the season isn't the one they wanted to start the season. But bloody hell, like... It's mad how much of an improvement they've made. Genuinely, when they say big upgrades, they're not joking. They ain't messing around. It really was a big upgrade. Really, really impressive. Like, you could see through Maggott and Beckett's, Lando was able to carry much more speed. Lewis was within DRS, half a second behind, and then as soon as he got to Maggott and Beckett, he lost 0.3 every lap. And so, even though he had DRS, he was too far away every time. Yeah. Oh, Gasly and Sainz are fighting. Cops. Ooh. He gets it back through Cops. Fair play. Carlos Sainz is putting up a fight, but... Yeah. That would be mad, wouldn't it? Because the last time McLaren had a podium at this track... Oh, who's this? Gasly? Oh, Gasly's got a puncture. He's got a puncture. He's hit something. The last time McLaren were on the podium at Silverstone was in 2010 with Hamilton. That would be kind of cool. Hamilton on the podium in third, but his old team, who he last got them a podium at this track, are in second. That would be great. They shouldn't need a VSC, I don't think. It should be okay. It shouldn't require a safety car or anything. Oh, Perez. Yeah. God, that Red Bull is so quick in a straight line. Like, honestly. So, yeah, I think Verstappen's just taking it easy, though. Oh, let's look at Gasly and Stroll. Oh, I mean, Stroll, yeah. Now, the problem there is that Gasly went really deep into the chicane and didn't leave Stroll any room. Then Stroll's gone off the track, come back on. Very similar to what Perez did last year. But he's hit straight into Gasly. I mean, you have to penalise Stroll for that. Gasly's made it back into the pits. We did see Perez getting past Alonso into Stowe, yeah. Terrible race for Alpine, right? Gasly with a suspension failure there, fighting Stroll. Ocon with a hydraulic issue earlier in the race. Terrible, terrible race. 2 DNFs. Yeah. Hamilton's just taken 6/10 out of Norris. What the hell? Oh, Russell's been given a black and white flag for track limits. He needs to not go off or he'll get a 5-second penalty and he'll be ruined. Is that Shakira? Shakira, Shakira. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. That's my Shakira impression there, just in case you were wondering what I was doing. Oh, Norris has just been given a black and white flag. Oh, Norris, don't drop off the podium because of a bloody time penalty, please. Don't drop off the podium because of a black and white flag. I tell you what, it'd be calmer though, because in an interview before the race, he was asked about Lewis and Mercedes, and he says, well, it just depends if Lewis keeps it inside the track limits, like making a bit of a joke about Austria. Can you imagine if now he lost a podium because he got too many off tracks? Imagine that after he said that. What's great about this is McLaren are going to get a podium, but it's on pace. Like, They haven't looked into it. They've been there from start to finish, which is incredible. Like they're right up there now. They're right up there. Arguably the second fastest team now. I think it's going to flip-flop between them and Ferrari, depending on the track, but yeah. Between them and Ferrari, I think it's going to flip-flop between circuits, but they're there. Yeah, they should have had 2 cars on the podium, really, shouldn't they? The safety car ruined Piastri. It really did. I'm sure they'll take 2nd and 4th, though. I mean, it's crazy, Striker, how much of a difference this upgrade they've brought has made. Like, we're talking... Oh, Lance Stroll, 5-second penalty. Yeah, not... Yeah, Lance Stroll got a 5-second penalty, but he did smash into Gasly and ruin Gasly's race. So it does seem like he got off leniently. But it won't even matter because he's outside the points anyway. But yeah, McLaren have brought this upgrade that is... I mean, it's literally put them as the 2nd, 3rd best team now. Consistently. They were great in Austria. A little bit off Ferrari, but still great in Austria. And now they're 2nd on pace here. So I think at the faster circuits, they're going to be right up there. At the slower speed circuits, maybe not as much. But yeah. Great to see. Yeah, I mean, I was saying this earlier, but at the beginning of the season, they said that this isn't the car that they meant to have. They knew that wasn't their actual car wasn't ready. It just wasn't ready. So they knew that was just a temporary car. And so this was the car that ideally they would have liked to have started the season with. Oh, Florence Pugh's doing the... Florence Pugh's doing the flag. You can just lip read, just going, they're bloody fast. Yeah, I didn't realize it was Florence Pugh at first because of her short hair. I didn't recognize her. Oh, they're bloody fast, aren't they? Love it. Oh dear, Ferrari. Not been a great race for Ferrari, is it? You have to say that the hard tyre worked for Norris because the car was quick enough, right? And Piastri. Didn't really work for Ferrari though, did it? Yeah, well, I mean, the safety car ruined them as well, though, didn't it? We got to remember that. The safety car ruined them. Russell, Piastri. So, yeah. They got ruined a little bit by the safety car, for sure. Piastri got ruined. Russell got ruined. Sainz and Leclerc didn't do them any favors either, did it? So... Albon! Yes, Albon. I tell you what, Albon's doing a banging job in that Williams. He's doing a banging job in that Williams. Oh, Alonso weaving everywhere. Piastri's in DRS of Lewis. Oh, he's all right. There you go. Lando Norris second, Piastri fourth. Piastri had a great race as well, by the way. I will say this. If it wasn't for that safety car, Piastri, because of their strategy, he would have come out ahead of Norris. After the stops, he would have been ahead of Norris because he pitted early and got the undercut. But the safety car then ruined him. So he's actually kind of lucky to finish fourth. And Russell, Russell got ruined as well. Normally, Russell is the one that's benefited from safety cars, if I'm honest, but he didn't benefit from this one. He was ruined. So really unfortunate for Russell. I think he would have finished. Those two Mercedes would have been roles reversed if it wasn't for the safety car. It was an interesting race. Yeah, it was good. It was great to see the McLarens back up there. Red Bull have won 11 races in a row now. But they don't have a good car. Their car isn't that good, guys. But they have won 11 races in a row. 11 races in a row. Mad, isn't it? But like I've said before, yes, they have the best car, but only in the hands of Max Verstappen. Not in the hands of Sergio Perez. It was a great race from Lando. He did really, really well at the beginning. Did fantastic holding off Lewis as well. Top tier. Top dollar, wasn't it? Top dollar. Yeah, McLaren was crazy through the high speed. I was saying that you could see it through Maggots and Beckett's just pulling away from Mercedes. Hmm. Yeah, another very, very confident performance from Max, which we come to expect. Fantastic race for Lando, we have to say. He got Max off the line. He didn't stand a chance, over the whole, race, but he got him off the line. He looked confident. He held off Lewis. Really, really good. I'm sure the crowd won't love seeing Max win, but he deserved it. I'm sure Lewis won't love the fact that they're now behind McLaren, though. He's not going to love it, but he's got to accept it. It was nice just watching the embrace of everyone. It was awesome, man. Lando really deserved that, and McLaren deserve it. I feel like, it'll push McLaren forward now. It'll be interesting to see if the McLaren does well at some of the other circuits. Like, next up is Hungary, which obviously is a downforce circuit, but it's not really high-speed corners. Although the last sector is pretty high-speed, actually. But you've got slower corners to start the lap, and then high-speed, toward the end. It'd be interesting. It's a max downforce track, that, though. So it'll be interesting to see how McLaren perform there compared to Mercedes, Ferrari, and Aston. We'll see. Yeah, I think Aston will be a lot quicker in Hungary, for sure. I don't know whether it'll be good for Mercedes or not. Maybe their new front wing and the slower speed corners around Hungary will help them. But like I say, there are some slow speed corners in Hungary, but there's also some fast speed corners. Well, medium, I suppose, isn't it? Medium Hungary. The last sector's medium speed rather than high speed, so yeah. Yeah, Aston Martin, I think, will do a lot better at Hungary. I do think it's a track that suits them a little bit more. I would love to listen to the interviews and all that, but I am gonna call it there. I'm gonna call it there. I should hopefully be back on Twitch tomorrow. I'm gonna see how we get on, but hopefully tomorrow evening, back on Twitch, living our best life. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. I've enjoyed that race. It was good. It's a good old race. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Have the good rest of your weekend. I'm going to go make some food. And yeah, McLaren back on the podium. Love that. I will see you in the next one.